Washington, D.C. The wind carried a crisp edge, the kind that made the flags flutter with pride over the White House lawn. It was Veterans Honor Day, a national event meant to celebrate not just the veterans of the past, but the young men and women currently serving across the globe. On this particular year, there was a special focus: women in the military, courage in uniform. The highlight of the day was a speech by President Donald J. Trump, delivered in front of hundreds of servicewomen, women in their crisp camouflage uniforms, their boots polished to perfection, their berets tilted at precise angles. The arrival: Marine One touched down near the South Lawn, and from the helicopter, President Trump emerged, his dark suit contrasting sharply with the military green of the chopper. He gave his signature wave, walking towards the podium set under a canopy draped with red, white, and blue banners. Rows upon rows of U.S. soldier girls stood in formation: infantry, medics, pilots, engineers, all branches represented. Many had just returned from deployments in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and peacekeeping missions around the world. Some bore small scars, others carried invisible ones. Trump paused to shake hands with several soldiers in the front row, smiling and exchanging brief words. One young corporal, barely 22, nervously saluted him. Trump leaned in and said, "You remind me of America's future, strong, confident, and fearless." The speech begins. When Trump stepped up to the microphone, the applause was thunderous. Cameras from every major network rolled as he began. "Today," he said, his voice deep and deliberate, "we honor not only our nation's history, but our nation's strength, and you are looking at it right now. These incredible women standing before me are the living proof that America's freedom has fierce, unstoppable defenders." The soldier girls stood tall, shoulders squared, but some couldn't help smiling at the praise. Trump continued, weaving stories of American women who had served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the modern-day conflicts. He spoke of Staff Sergeant Emily Ruiz, who had rescued 3 injured comrades under enemy fire. He mentioned Lieutenant Grace Hall, a pilot who had flown over 150 combat missions. "Every time you put on that uniform, you tell the world that America will never bow, never break, and never forget the values we stand for," Trump declared, his hand striking the podium for emphasis. An emotional moment. Midway through the speech, Trump noticed a group of young soldiers holding folded American flags. They had lost close friends in combat. His tone softened. Behind every medal, behind every uniform, there are sacrifices the public will never see. There are moments of fear, pain, and loss, but also moments of victory, courage. The crowd went silent. A few soldiers lowered their eyes, the weight of his words hitting deep. Then, unexpectedly, Trump stepped away from the podium and walked down the steps toward the front line of the formation. He shook hands with Sergeant First Class Dana Morales, who had served 3 tours overseas. "Dana," he said, his voice picked up by the nearby microphones, "you represent everything great about this country. I want every little girl in America to see you and know she can be anything she wants to be." The applause was deafening. Closing words. Returning to the stage, Trump ended with, "To every soldier here, and to every woman serving around the world, America salutes you. We stand with you. We are proud of you. And we thank you, from the bottom of our hearts." The band struck up the Star-Spangled Banner. And as the anthem swelled, the soldier girls saluted in perfect unison. The moment was powerful, a living portrait of America's resilience. After the speech, when the formal ceremony ended, Trump didn't rush off. Instead, he spent nearly half an hour walking through the crowd, posing for photos, signing hats, and listening to the soldier stories. Some asked for advice, some simply thanked him. In the end, the image that went viral wasn't from the podium. It was a candid shot of Trump standing in the middle of a laughing group of soldier girls, all in uniform, some holding their rifles, others holding their coffee cups. It wasn't political. It wasn't staged. It was simply a leader and his troops, united in pride for their country. Subscribe to my channel, Just Story 22, for more updates and interesting stories. Thanks for watching.